Thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
The role of a woman in the society is to submit. Birth control are the pills of the devil. Education is so fundamental to the development of a people. Hang murderers. Simple as that. What am I voting for? Voting will change nothing.
Tout le monde haïtien, como ye. God save the Queen.
Broadcasting live from ILTV Studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here within the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And of course, I'm happy to announce that I'm a member of the local Catholic Christian community. Today, I appeal to broadcaster. Well, who am I appealing to? Wendell Jones. I appeal nationally to Mr. Wendell Jones, the owner of Jones Communication. He owns a whole TV station with news, a whole radio station with news, and of course, a newspaper, the Bahama Journal. Wendell Jones, I know I have cursed you out and said all manner of things against you. But today, Mr. Jones, I appeal to you. There is a national crisis developing. And, Mr. Jones, I can prove that Sutton Shaw's member of parliament, well, who's that Negro? The Honorable Frankie Alfred Campbell is not a citizen of the Bahamas. Oh, Jones, I ask you, publish the document. Look at the evidence. You are a highly skilled and educated man, and please broadcast it so all citizens can see that I speak truth. Wendell, will you help me? I shall give you reason why you should help me. You would recall many years you met with the Honorable Paul Lawrence Adderley, and he disclosed to you certain intelligence about me. Now, will you help me? Will you help me to defend the sovereignty of the country? Because I have more evidence, Mr. Jones, of fraud and mass fraud. Who will stand with me, Wendell Jones, in defense of the sovereignty of this country? We cannot depend on Dr. Minnis and the Free National Movement. For the F&M government is aiding and abetting Frankie. Wendell, I'm going to tell you something, and you're going to be shocked. I hope you have strong heart, because if your heart is not strong, Wendell, you better let another Negro listen to me. But these are the documents, and thank God, the mathematician has analyzed the documents and has explained to me the science of reading documents through mathematics. Man, it's powerful. So they are some of the things on my mind. And then, praise the Lord, I have the letter authorizing Dr. Dwayne Sands to conduct non-profit, non-paying surgeries at Rand Memorial Hospital in Grand Bahamas and at the Princess Margaret Hospital. Line up, get ready. Dwayne Sands is an honorable man. There is no corruption. Get ready. Let's get Sands to take care and operate on the people. Lord, I thank you that the Minister of Health.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Broadcasting live from ILTV Studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, I am waiting on my spiritual advisor. Today, on certain issues, I shall go undercover. I'm wearing my dark shades, and I'm undercover. While I am undercover today, I ask parents of students, do you know where your Negro student children them are? Do you know? Well, let me tell you. Under the Minister of Education, the Honorable Jeff Lloyd, there has been introduced a wicked, evil policy that will subject your children to some irresponsible actions. Are you aware that they are sending the children them home at a time when there are no parents? Well, I'll give you an example. Couple of the Negro high school determined that the girl children them were wearing too short a skirt. So they send them home. Nobody is home to greet them. And what do you think the children them are doing? I asked Deacon Jeff Lloyd, the Minister of Education, to tell the high school principals that if they think the Negro female students' gown tail is too short, don't send them home. If you think they should not sit in a classroom and not get an education in short skirt, could you not confine them to another room at the school? Are you aware that I'm seeing plenty girl children who ought to be in school, and when we question, why are the children in school? They say, teachers say, our skirt's too short. So they give them the rest of the day off when they ought to be in school having an education. If it is against the rule for the female students to wear short skirt, why don't you all have some sense and find one room to send them to where they can continue to receive their education and they are monitored, as opposed to sending them into the streets to get themselves involved in matters that may not be good psychologically and or physically for the welfare of these girls. Are you a parent with female children in the high school? You better check, because Jeff Lloyd has become over-safe and over-Christian, and your girl children are being sent home while you are not home. And that would lead to a lot of social problems. So, I've done my part, and I've warned you. Yesterday, there were lots of row over whether or not Health Minister, Dr. the Honorable Dwayne Sands, was unethical. I always confess my interest. Dwayne, I declare, is my personal physician. And over the last couple of days, a wonderful Negro doctor by the name of Dr. Kevin Moss, in consultation with Minister of Health Dwayne Sands, who's a medical doctor and among the best on the planet earth in consultation with another physician. They discuss medically how to ensure that my wife does not die. Do you understand what I just said? I don't want to go into too much of my wife's business because she got a bunch of nosy family. And they told news. A nicer man don't play. So, what is the point that I make? He is a professional that is needed. So I have the letter from the Public Hospital Authority, Princess Margaret Hospital. It is dated the 14th of September, 2017. It is addressed to Dr. Dwayne Sands, consultant, Princess Margaret Hospital. Dear Dr. Sands, reference, unpaid admitting privileges. I am directed to advise that there are no, well, I'm going to have to come from undercover for a second because it's too dark in here. I am directed to advise that there are no objections to you maintaining unpaid admitting privileges to assist in the, that's kind of too dark, I can't read it. I think it's in the care of patients requiring cardiovascular care, as stated in your letter of resignation. Best wishes, sincerely, Pamela Johnson, Mrs. Administrative Officer 2 for Hospital Administrator. Copy sent to Dr. Caroline Burnett Garraway, Acting Medical Chief of Staff. So, I submit he has permission, and therefore, I want this to stop, all this talk, because I don't want him to be distracted as he have these people under general anesthesia, either going into their chests or other areas of their anatomy. Dwayne Sands, go and save the people then. Because after all, what time is it? It's the people's time. So Dwayne, you have my blessing, all right? And I ask my new friends to take into consideration that I'm an F&M, okay? But you all know I love the PLP. So leave Dwayne Sands and let's curse out somebody else, okay? I want him to save all the people, red and yellow, black and white, for they are all entitled to good health care. Dwayne, you have my blessing, eh? Okay, so I've said it. Now, you would recall that Dr. Minnis has promised the people of Bainstown that it is the people's time. Do you believe that notwithstanding the fact that I told those Negro people not to listen to Dwayne Sands, I said to them, don't vote F&M. And if you can't vote for the PLP, come with me on the beach. Guess what? I have no direct evidence, but I suspect that a Negro woman who appeared in the district of New Providence, crying and acting crazy, vote F&M. And I look at her, and I wanted to curse her out, but she said something that touched my heart. She said, oh, Monica, they're throwing me out of the government complex. I said, woman, what you mean? She said, I owe. I said, I can't lie. I owe the government rent. But I working. And the little couple of days I had was like $100 and something. And I said in my heart, wow, there goes a Negro slave. And she said, now, the F&M government is throwing me in the road. I said, but Monica, I don't know what I can do. And she was so emotional. And I decided that I wouldn't say to her, Fox, you foxing MP. I decided I couldn't say that to her. But as soon as she left my office, the woman of my life said, why are you in there screaming like that? I said, that woman who just left here, she is being evicted out of one of the government government rental. And she is crying. And she don't know what she can do. I say she owed the government plenty money. And this is supposed to be the people's time. I say, she ain't tell me. I say, but she look like one of them Negroes who voted F&M. Now they gonna kick her out of the government unit. And they told her that if she doesn't leave, they gonna have BC cut off the light and turn off the water. So she wouldn't be able to flush the toilet. She wouldn't be able to wash clothes, cook food. And with the light on, she will be in the dark. And then they say, we will take you to court. And she just looked at me. And I wanted to say to her, woman, you all had heart. Fox your MP. But I didn't say it to her face. You know, I couldn't say it to her face. I appeal to Dr. Minnis. My God, those people were PLPs. And you lured them from the PLP. And now that they have given you power, those poor Negroes, you can throw them out the government unit. You can cut off the light, Dr. Minnis. You can turn off the water. But you claim you love black people. You ain't love no black people. Because everybody, when you see the Negro woman, you will see that she is a member of the lumpen proletarians. She is grassroots. You hear me? But now, she ain't listened to me. I said, woman, if you can't vote PLP, come with me on the beach. Come. Oh, come, daughter of Beantown. But she thought I was stupid. But by grab, her backside and a little black children and a little black grandchildren, Dr. Minnis and the F&M is going to kick you out of the government-owned unit. And if you don't come out, the hogs, God forgive me, who run BC will cut off your light, and the water and sewage people will cut off your water. Adrian Gibson, you are my friend, and I love you. Let me warn you. Do not cut off the water of the poor black people of the inner city. Don't do that, Adrian. I beg you. Do not do that. That is what that woman, she looked to me like a Negro who was misled into voting F&M. Now that the F&M got their big job, making all their money, and is now able to pay their water bill and their light bill, watch what they put on you in writing. Beware a Negro who send you what looks like lawyer letter or top government official letter. Lord, it is my prayer that the hog heart of the F&M will be softened, and that poor Negro woman with children and grandchildren will not be subjected to this indignity, for she is poor. I know she is poor because I've spotted her sometimes at the public pump with me. Minnis, your heart too hard. Your heart too hard. But I say to the woman, damn fool, you thought you married a man, but you married a big black bird. You married the Gullen. The F&M is the Gullen. You hear me? The F&M is the Gullen. And I say one more time to you, Fox the MP! Fox the MP! Fox! 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 Fox the MP! or Fox Yampee. So that is what is going on here. Poor Negro woman with big children. Got to help the children. And the children bring children. And she say, all her grandchildren, how she can manage. And I just listened to her. I said, woman, go and come back. Because I have to think about it. So I had to go undercover. Because I am going into a trance. Give me the drums of Africa. What the producer doing? Y'all stop talking in the back room and give me some drum. You heard me? Give me some drum. Because I have to go off in a trance. Because information is coming to me. Oh, I'm going off. I'm going off. 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 I'm in a trance. I'm in a trance. I'm in a trance. Information. Information. Oh, I see Frankie. I see Frankie. I see Frankie. Frankie. Frankie, Frankie. I see things. I am seeing things. Things. New revelation. Oh, I'm seeing things. Things. Oh. I see things. 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 I see things. I see things. Nikito. Mama. I see things. I see things. I see things. I'm going to fox them. Fox them. Fox, fox, fox them. I'll be right back. This is Freedom March.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. Thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV Studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker, and I'm undercover. But I thank God, my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, is here. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you, Mr. Monker.
You are such a calming spirit. And how are you?
I'm doing great.
This is great. I miss you. I didn't see you yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday I was kind of tired and I had some personal family issues to deal with.
This is powerful.
I had to do that. That was very important for me.
Well, blessed is... You're talking too low. Put the mic closer to your mouth.
Yeah, no problem.
So let me try it one more time. My spiritual advisor. I missed you yesterday.
Yeah.
Put the mic close to your mouth and tell us what were you doing?
No, I had some issues. I had some things I had to do. I had some urgent family business to take care of. And, of course, you know, work, a lot of work. I was kind of tired.
This is
Need a
powerful.
little break, you know.
Well, my spiritual advisor, blessed is the son who looks after the interests of his family
Absolutely, absolutely,
in a loving manner.
absolutely.
But I thank God that you were here.
Yeah. So
Well,
what's happening with you, though?
I went
Mr.
off
Monica?
in a trance. And while I went off into trance, things have been revealed to me.
You went off on a trance and things have been
Having
revealed.
received new information. But before I do that, I would like to condemn the fact that the murders continue here in the Bahamas.
Still of a crime issue.
And I don't know what Marvin is doing. Marvin, why don't you let me play Minister of National Security for 2 weeks? And let me see if I could go into the murder zone and have a chat with the murderers and try to get them to stop committing these murders. But the murders continue. Meanwhile, the government will not go into the murder zone and call law, order, and disciplined rallies. You have got to talk to the murderers. Come on, man. Can't Marvin see that Ida Street is an area where murders are taking place with regularity? And Marvin should send in the defense force. One set of truck could be standing at Ida Street and whatever the road is. What's going on, man? There's so much murder. To my brothers in Ida Street, there's Brother Monica. I'm only undercover because I have to deal with a matter involving Minister Frankie Alfred Campbell. Would y'all please stop it, man? There's so much killing, man. And murderers going to hell. Okay? Stop it, man. All right. Please. No more killing, man. Can't we give peace a chance? Can we not give love a chance, my brothers? Please. Please stop it. In Jesus' name. Well, folks, I told you yesterday that I'd gone to the Registrar General's office to certify, in accordance with the Registration of Records Act, the documents, because I want to make sure that the documents in my possession are the official documents. But I was moved today by the Spirit to make a serious allegation. But I decided I shall give the Registrar General's Department the benefit of the doubt. And so they have satisfied me on a fundamental question that I asked of them, but I shall not reveal it to the nation. And the reason why I shall not reveal it to the nation, because I propose to test them again. And if I reveal it, the minister responsible for the Registrar General's office is the Honorable Carl Bettel. Carl may then say to them, listen, do A, B, C, D. But today they have the benefits of the documents in my possession. You will note that yesterday, in accordance with the manifesto of the Free National Movement, written by Dr. the Honorable Hubert A. Minnis, I told you of a photograph where Dr. Minnis has the American charge d'affaires, Lisa Johnson, in the manifesto. Notwithstanding, she's a diplomat. And I have interpreted this as meaning that all F&Ms should be free to tell the Americans all kind of secret and all kind of thing. And so today, I'm going to ask decent Miss Lisa Johnson to listen to the new allegations that I shall make, because the evidence is showing that the F&M is a gangster party. You heard me? The evidence will show that the Free National Movement is a gangster organization. There is a Negro man who is big, fat, and black. His name is C.A. Nuri of Facebook. He has a number of Negroes debating what is it that I'm trying to achieve. And those Negroes, including a former Registrar General of the Bahamas, I'm disappointed how they're missing the point and the nonsense that they're running on. So if anybody know where the Negro man C.A. Nuri is, please tell C.A. to listen carefully so that he may educate. So these are the facts on Frankie Alfred Campbell. Okay? These are the facts. These are the easily verifiable facts. I have left his affidavit. This is his affidavit, dated the 8th of July, 1983. An affidavit that Frankie swore, well, that's incorrect, an affidavit that Frankie lodged for record on the 2nd of May 2012. But the affidavit was sworn by his mom and another lady, and it is dated the 8th of July, 1983. For the purpose of starting, I'll put this on the side, and I will show you what my forensic investigation has done. I told you that I was in possession of the birth certificate of his siblings. But as I examined the birth certificate, there was some mathematical calculation that needed to be done. There were some mathematical calculation that needed to be done. And certain Negroes that I've had doing the maths were not doing it correctly. And praise the Lord, I found a mathematical expert who looked at the affidavit, who looked at the birth certificates of Frankie's siblings. And so I'm going to show you something. And I challenge any man, any citizen in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas to rebut what I'm saying. I want to be wrong. So let me tell you what is happening here. I'm going to now look at the birth certificate of one of his siblings. I'm not going to identify the siblings. I'm not going to do it. But I shall look at it so that I can explain to you some things that is taking place. So you will understand. There is a child that in 1982, there was a child that was born. In 1982, based on the birth certificate, the mother was 37 years old and had declared that she has 8 children. Because on birth certificates, one of the statistical questions that they put to you is how many live births, including this one. And so, at age 37, Mom said that she had 8 children. In 1980, she was 34 years old, and she declared, when that child born in 1980, that she was 34 and had 7 children. In 1978, when she registered the birth of two children. Listen to this. She had a child born in 1970, and she had a child born in 1973. You heard that? She registered two births. On the 8th of September 1978, the 1970 child was age 8, and the 1973 child was age 5. But she never registered their births until 1978. So the 1970 and the 1973 child, both births were lodged or registered on the 8th of September 1978. If she was able to register those two births in 1978, how come she was not able to register the birth of the Honorable Frankie Alfred Campbell in 1978? She registered two in 78. And why she couldn't register Frankie own? But she didn't do it. And in 1978, she said she was 32 years old. She was 32 years old. All right? So, go down a little further. We know that his mother was in 1978 when she registered the two children's birth certificate on the 8th of September 1978, was 32 years old with 6 children. Now, on the 8th of July 1983, when she swore the affidavit of the birth of the Honorable Frankie Alfred Campbell, the affidavit stated that she was 40 years old. I hope you all are writing down what I'm saying. But if she was in 1978 32 years old, as the children's birth certificate states, which she registered on the 8th of September 1983, then she would have been 37 years old and not 40 years old, as the affidavit states. I hope you understand what is taking place here. The question is, why or how, let me get it correctly. The question is, why that the documents involving the affidavit of Frankie Alfred Campbell containing all of these mistakes, and how is it that Frankie Alfred Campbell, I think I need to go back into the trance. Can you find the drum? Something is happening. Do you have the drum? Get the drum. I need to go back because there is mass confusion taking place. The drum, 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 drum. Oh! Oh!
Listen, you're 60, you know, Rodney, why don't you take it easy, man, before you have a heart attack or something, man? Amazing, eh? You get plenty of energy for a 60-year-old man. Lord have mercy, what is this?
Fuck. Okay, I got it. So, in 1978, she was 32 years old when she registered the two children, one born in 1970 and one born in 73. Isn't that interesting? The two children were born the same day, was registered the same day, month and year. What's that? What is taking place? She could have done Frankie on. Okay? So we know that Frankie has to produce evidence of his point because mom had an opportunity. All right? So that is what is taking place here. Now, I have showed you something. Frankie must resign, or we shall continue to produce more evidence of the fraud involving him and his bloodline. The evidence is here. Lisa, oh, Miss Lisa, you are a diplomat. It's fraud. And the government is punch drunk. Well, today, I have contacted Haiti. And I've asked the Haitians to help me in finding Frankie Haitian birth certificate. We have reason to believe that the Honorable Frankie Alfred Campbell was born in Jacmel, Haïti. Tout le monde, aidez-moi, parce que moi crois Frankie fait dans Jacmel. Pour qui ça moi dit ça? Moi dis ça parce que Frankie gagne bon colère. Frankie blanc, il gagne bon cheveux. Il gagne bon fake. Même famille, c'est blanc. Yon grand monde haïtien expliqué. Un pile monde qui nomme blanc sorti Jacques Mel. I've just told my Haitian people that I've been advised by an old man Haitian that Frankie, based on his color, would not have come from La Tortue, but that Frankie came from Jacmel. Jacmel is where there are people of complexion, the white people, the mulattoes, and so forth. Frankie is a mulatto. He has curly hair. And so, I am now trying to get his birth certificate out of Haiti. And I call on those great people to help us defend the democracy. So all I got is evidence. Can you imagine one child born in 70, one born in 1973, and the two births were registered on the 8th of September, 1978. So, one child would have been 8. That's the child who born in 1970. The child who born in 73 would have been 5. Frankie is alleged to have born in 67. So how old would Frankie have been in 1978?
11.
He would have been 11 years old. You heard me? Listen to me. I am a nationalist. I'm a justice of the peace in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And there is all kind of evidence to show that something is wrong. Listen to me. Something is wrong. The documents are here. Since y'all don't want to accept it, I've already spoken to a hotel. I need to raise $5,000, which will be enough for an air-conditioned hotel room and perhaps to reproduce these documents so that I can hold an exhibition. And I'm going to warn the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Transport. I'm going to warn the controller of road traffic. I'm going to warn all the civil servants them. You are not to listen to any order from Frankie, because he is not a citizen of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. My God, look here, C.A. Nuri. C.A. Nuri, you are an African who went to St. Augustine College. Stop talking nonsense, C.A. The easily verifiable evidence is here. I'm going to show you. I went to Facebook after Facebook alerted me that these Negroes were running on. What did C.A. Smith ask? So why Rodney Monker warring with Frankie Campbell? I'm not warring with Frankie Campbell. I'm upholding sovereignty, because Penling say that if you are not prepared to stand up and fight and defend the sovereignty of the country, well, do you remember what else Penling said, my spiritual advisor?
Yes, he said you won't deserve to have it.
You don't deserve to have it. Penling told us. Penling told us, you all don't want to fight for the sovereignty. Then an ignorant woman. Well, let me not identify her. It might have been a sin for me to call her ignorant. But Brother Bahamas said, a suspect, some hidden political vampires have smelled blood, and they may be using Rodney to lure Frankie into the open, where he could become the menu after the period of great famine. Negro, have some sense. Frankie is not a citizen. He's an imposter. And I'm the only Negro man in the Bahamas who have the balls to tell the country. You hear me? And for doing it, Paul Willie had my life threatened. You hear me? So I'm taking a risk in exposing this piece of gangsterism. And then Ethel Diaz, he says, interesting and oh, so brave, that everybody has something to say behind the comfort of disguise and false name. I don't mean you. Certainly we all know who you are. Well, I've come forward with the documents, and there's no Negro in the Bahamas who can refute this. And there's no Conky Joe who could refute this. Frankie can't refute this. All right? Ashley Benavie, she raised the question in response to C.A. Nuri. Warring, doesn't a war require two parties? All right? And then Lisa Martin. You know, C.A. is a sensational. All right? Or sensationalist. Then C.A. Neri says, okay, then, y'all soon hear about the war. All right? And then Tito Moss, he's upset. He said, I'm upset because he ain't the only person who could speak Creole. Frankie got a nomination, and he didn't. And he laughed out loud. Listen, my brother, you're an idiot. Can't you see sovereignty is slipping away? Frankie's not a citizen. If Frankie was a citizen, I say forward march, Frankie. But he's not. You Negroes going to lose the country because everything is a joke. Life is strange. The person who exposed is not normally the person who may have the class and the sophistication and the education. He might not be the most intelligent person, but that's the way life is. It's me to expose it. That's all I've done all my life, is expose things. And then, of course, Anakusa Africa Mat. That's Fane Gibson's sister. She says that I'm possibly looking for attention. Woman, if I didn't meet you, ma, and if she didn't treat me well, I would have told you, Lickito Mama. I would have said to you, Lickito Mama, but your mother treat me well. These are some ignorant Negroes. They are not the kind of Negroes who are willing to defend the country. But I say, It is forward march. I am defending the country. Oh, freedom, freedom, freedom from Frankie. He's an imposter.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV Studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker. Praise the Lord. My spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, is here. Bradley, what a major piece of revelation taking place.
For the life of me, Senator, I just can't figure out why you just don't leave the Member of Parliament for Southern Shores alone.
He's a Philistine, my spiritual advisor.
Mr. Monker.
He must resign.
Yeah. Mr. Monker, if all of the evidence that you have is correct, then we're going to have to allow Father Time to deal with it.
Who's Father Time?
All right.
What priest is he? Father Tynes? Father Tynes?
Listen,
Father Tynes?
here's what I'm thinking, all right? There's going to be some noise in the market for a while, and then this issue will die
Oh, no!
a natural death.
No, sirree.
You know?
This will not die because...
And I've gotten that from reliable sources, eh?
Well, I will have you to know that on the day that
This
Frankie...
will die a natural death,
You
my
think
friend.
so?
Yes, sir.
No. The Americans are listening. I told Lisa Johnson, the charge d'affaires of the United States of America, based on the FNM manifesto.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
See, this is the manifesto in our party. The Americans are our friend. My leader, Dr. Menace, has a wonderful picture with Lisa Johnson, in which it's in the manifesto. So every supporter and member of the FNM can speak to the Americans because they are our ally. I told Ms. Johnson, don't trust the Bahamas passport. And by U.S. law, they got to write down what I say.
But you're calling out the security of the Bahamas, Mr.
My
Monker?
spiritual advisor is...
You are actually calling... You're calling out the security of the Bahamas. What do you mean by you can't
want me
trust
to lie to the
Bahamian
Americans?
passport? You know what?
Can't.
Yeah, but what that actually means is this. We're going to have Bahamians who always frequent Florida, who hand over these official documents to U.S. Customs and Border Patrol.
Well, let me
to
show
have
you.
them look at them and check them.
Thank you.
And you're bringing them into question.
Well, let me show you why.
You got to be careful.
No.
Our whole security is at risk, Mr. Monker.
What security? The security is at risk, and Menace is chairman of the National Security Council. And he's not doing anything. Let me show the Americans. You see, I have my way of getting Menace to do something. Lisa Johnson is perhaps the smartest white woman to come from America. She ain't no ordinary white woman. She's smart. And I'm speaking to her in a very scientific and sophisticated manner. And I'll show you. Lisa, you would recall that when Frankie Alfred Campbell spoke in the House of Assembly as to why he has 2 passports. Oh, Lisa, listen and take good notes. He revealed that when he went to Haiti, representing the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, he had a diplomatic passport. He said he always kept the passport. And therefore, when he became a minister, Lisa, he went into the bureau and got it. I'm not saying anything is unlawful about that. But had he returned to the passport office for the new passport, they are very meticulous. And he would have been exposed because they are very meticulous, Lisa. You want to know how I know? I have the green passport. And when they sent for me, I watched what they did with me. And I smiled. And as they scrutinized me, I said to myself, I shall wait for y'all when y'all make your first mistake. And I went through it, Lisa. as they scrutinize me, and they scrutinize me, and they make me. And so, when they were doing it to me, I was watching everything they were doing to me. Because I know, these people don't like me, Lisa. They don't like me. So I watched what they do. And I waited for a day like this. Lisa, the national security of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas has been compromised.
You got to be careful with that, Mr.
And
Monica.
then, you keep quiet, my spiritual
but
advisor.
you have to be careful, Mr. Monica.
The Americans are
are
our
calling
friend.
out the entire Bahamas, Mr. Monica.
Because I am faithful to Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, in accordance with the law.
But who's our closest neighbor?
And that's what I'm telling the Americans. They're only 50 miles off the coast of Bimini. So I want them to know.
We need them more than we need Europe.
That's why I wanted to know. Lisa, ain't no security? Lisa, listen to me. Ain't none. Take it from me. These Negroes who are in charge of the country, they're not doing anything. And so, let me say this final thing. Lisa, when Frankie stood up in the House of Assembly and talked about Kong Salad, he didn't know that when it comes to Kong Salad, I know a person who is Kong Salad. And Lisa, I listened closely to what he said. And when it was all over, I went into a trance, Lisa, and I know what's going on. Secondly, the leader of the opposition, Philip Brave Davis, on that day in the House of Assembly said some magical words to Frankie. What did he say to him? He said, I believe you. I can accept your word, but I want proof. And he proceeded to write to Prime Minister Hubert Alexander Minnis for further and better particulars on the citizenship on Frankie. And today, the Prime Minister has not responded. They cannot. They're punch drunk. And that's why Minnis got mad with Frankie and say, all of y'all go home. All illegal immigrants. Who you think he was talking to? Frankie. But when the immigration is running behind my Haitian people, I shall be running behind Frankie. He ain't no citizen. And it's a disgrace that this country, with all these sophisticated Negroes, we got SIB. Ain't nothing to SIB. They look at the affidavit and didn't understand what they were doing. That's what was going on. Take it from me. This is not a credit to the Royal Bahamas Police Force. They had, for 29 years, an illegal immigrant playing policeman. You hear me? That's what was going on. And Lisa, let me tell you, you got to watch the Negroes. You got to watch them. You got to do what I do. When they tell me my ma was dead, I mobilized my men and I said, we're going to examine my ma because I don't trust them. And I didn't want my ma to wake up. When I got a word that my father had died, I was in a campaign. I sent my oldest brother a message and I said to him, go and check him personally because I don't trust these Negroes. And he asked me if I was serious. I said, yeah, I'm serious. Go check him. Because these Negroes, no matter how educated they are, no matter how sophisticated they are mediocre. They're mediocre. So that is what I want you to know. So, Minnis, guess what? There's more information. There's more information. There's more information. Because all day, I've been out in the fields. Now, I'm appealing to the people of Jack Mel to help me to find Frankie Haitian birth certificate. Because Frankie should not be sitting in the parliament. Frankie should do what Sinclair Oten did. Resign. And ask ministers to make him citizen. See, I've been through this before.
Well, isn't that the document you missing? The naturalization certificate.
He was not naturalized. If you don't stop doing this, I shall accuse you.
Well, you said that you can't find a certificate, right? That's what you said, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you got to find it.
So you're saying he has naturalization?
I'm not saying that.
He does
I'm
not
saying
have it.
That is what he may have.
He does not have it.
You don't know that.
I know it. Goodness me. I have immigration 203, 204, 206. I have my reports. I didn't go off them. I know what in the immigration department. I know what in the passport department. I know what in the registrar general's department. I know what in the Princess Margaret Hospital. And any document that is produced will be evidence of massive fraud. And Lisa Johnson from the U.S. Embassy, take it from me, they have not been able to reply. And I've charged them, Ms. Johnson, and therefore, by their silence, I shall declare them pro-confessor. Ah, what a big word, eh? By their silence, Lisa Johnson, I have declared Frankie pro-confessor, Dr. Hubert Minnis, our Prime Minister, pro-confessor. The Minister responsible for immigration, Brent Simonet, pro-confessor. And the soldier, turned politician, turned diplomat, Hanfield, pro-confessor. Take it from me. These are the most incompetent Negro Conky Joe combination that I've seen in the history of the modern Bahamas. That's the facts, Lisa. That is the facts. Oh, we are in trouble. Who will defend the sovereignty of the country? Who will ensure that those who govern us are born in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas? Who? Who? Who, Lisa? Lisa Johnson. These Negroes are incompetent. And Brent Simonet, who is a Conky Joe, he is as incompetent as his Negro leader. And that's what's going on here. Lisa, we're in trouble. Our security has been compromised. And by our security being compromised, the greatest nation, 50 miles off the coast of Florida, the United States, tell President Trump, I say it, that our security has been compromised because these Negroes don't know who they've given passport to. And by virtue of that, Lisa, your security is compromised. Take it from me. That is what the facts are. That is what the facts are. Oh, spiritual advisor, what good can you say on behalf of your MP? And I suspect, my spiritual advisor, and I ask the people them, do not curse the spiritual advisor.
My member of parliament held up 2 passports in the house, you know.
But I suspect that my spiritual advisor,
he held up 2 passports, man,
is protecting Frankie. Because the spiritual
The member
advisor,
of parliament for Southern Shores held up 2 passports in the House of Assembly.
Name the passport he held up.
He had a blue one and a red one.
Now ask him.
They are both Bahamian passports.
Yes.
So he's a Bahamian.
Ordinarily, he would be
He's a
declared
Bahamian. He is in
Bahamian.
possession of 2 government-issued
Yes,
valid Bahamian passports.
The Negroes were not educated. They saw a brown-skinned man.
Now, you going into who issued them?
Huh?
Under what conditions they were issued?
Listen to me.
That's your problem.
He's not a citizen. Wow. I don't care what they give him. He's not a citizen, and I have the evidence, and I have the birth certificate of his siblings. And there's another piece of information. What I'm doing to the Negro people and to the Conky Joe people. I want the Conky Joe people to see how ignorant the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Immigration, Brent Simonet is. Ignorant man, and I'm disappointed. Some people think that if you have millions of dollars that your daddy and your mommy give you means that you are intelligent. Brent Simonet, You mean to tell me?
Why are you talking, Brent? Man?
I'm attacking him because he's the gatekeeper.
Yeah, that's low, though. You can't do that, man.
What you mean?
You talk about the man inheritance. I mean,
my spiritual advisor.
Every parent leaves an inheritance for their child.
Oh, praise the Lord.
Why are you going that far, though?
My spiritual advisor.
You should retract that. You should retract that. I think that was disrespectful to Brent Sumner. Don't do that.
I'm being disrespectful to them because they will
not
expose Frankie. That's what they're doing. So I am contemptuous of them.
You throw shade,
and
man.
may God forgive me
throw low blow demand.
for my sins. And that is what is going on. And I got more. Lisa, I'm out to prove to them that notwithstanding their disrespect, I shall bring them down in Jesus' name. Because there's more, Lisa. Lo, there is more, there is more. And so we are in trouble. Citizens of the Bahamas, it is time to march on this government because Frankie is not a citizen. And I want Frankie, man, step down and say to the country to have mercy on you.
Where's the house phone? Let me read some text,
all right?
man.
Frankie, step
you
down.
would not leave Frankie Campbell, eh?
Because an imposter,
Frankie's a Bahamian.
a Philistine.
Frankie ain't going nowhere, all right?
All right?
Frankie's a Bahamian.
And
where you want him to go? Wait, tell me now. This man has been in this country 50 years or more.
I didn't say run him out of the country.
Where you want him to go?
I don't want him to run out of the country.
What you want?
I want him to resign because he's not lawfully sitting in the parliament.
I figure that.
My spiritual advisor, you are prepared to compromise the sovereignty?
I figure that.
What kind of Negro are you?
No.
What kind of... Man! I have to come from under the cover. What kind of witless Bahamian men
you got to prove your
are they?
Stuff, you got to prove your stuff.
Listen, I have it. Menace cannot.
Prove it.
I've done it.
Yeah, prove it first. And,
I've done it.
We go from there.
All right? Let me go back undercover quickly. Oh, I'm tired of this country. I'm tired. I am tired.
Frank is a Bahamian man, all right?
I am tired.
And he's serving his country well.
Bradley, I am disappointed in you.
How so?
There you are, a young man who went to one of the most prestigious, what the word is?
Prestigious.
Prestigious school, St. Augustine. And notwithstanding your education and the fact that I've given you and allow you to read these documents.
I've read the documents. I've seen them.
You continue to come back with a bogus finding.
Hey. We have to wait on the defense, you know.
Filthy lucre.
No. You
contract.
On any trial.
To take his contract.
Listen. In any trial, you got to wait for the defense.
He has given his defense.
You got to wait for the defense, man.
He has given his defense, and I've analyzed it, and he is guilty. Anyway,
you got some phone calls, I think.
Hold on. My auntie is a member of St. Agnes Church. My auntie called me to see how I was doing on Sunday. And she said to me, tell the caller, hold on. Let me tell you what the country with my auntie say. My auntie say, listen, I'm a member of St. Agnes Church. My church roof is leaking. I think, auntie, if I get it wrong, you know, I mean to say the wrong thing. But in any event, I think my auntie said the roof is leaking and they have all kind of problems and they're going to have a fundraising. She said, now, use my nephew and I want you to tell the people them to come to the event that the church will be having, I think on Saturday, auntie, I think on Saturday, and to raise funds. So I said, well, I'm the man to call. You is my auntie and I is your nephew. And I got big TV. So while I got big TV, auntie, whatever you want me to say on behalf of St. Agnes Church, I shall. And then I said to my auntie, do you know Michelle Fox from Big Pond? She said, yeah, I know Michelle. I said, well, Michelle is going to come on for about half an hour on Wednesday so she could talk about St. Agnes and so that the people there will come and sponsor. So, folks, I'm going to have Michelle on at some point tomorrow. Because I think tomorrow is Wednesday, my spiritual advisor. so we can help the church. All right? So I just want the people them to know that. Now, I will take my first phone call. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Spiritual advisor.
Hi, how you doing?
All right.
Good.
Look at Mr. Rowley.
Yes, sir. How are you?
How you could sit down and listen to all
Hang
that
up on this
nonsense that
Conky
man-
Joe man. He's not safe. Hang up. And don't call me until middle November. Hello? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Hello? Hello?
The call is gone.
Hello?
Yes, sir. What's
How are you there?
What's on your mind?
To you and your spiritual director, what you saying, they hoping, the F&M hoping that this thing go away, but it's not going to go away.
Oh, no.
It's not going to go away. And the spiritual director should know, if you're wrong, you're wrong. The same thing happened with St. Clair Houghton.
Same
And
thing.
the PLP, St. Clair resigned. And they had a by-election.
Okay, so let's see what happens.
No, spiritual director, you are taking this thing too lightly. What Monica have come up with all kind of evidence. Have you come up with any contradict? What are you saying? Or the F&M? F&M ain't saying nothing. They hoping, like you saying, that they hoping that this thing go away. It's never going to go away. I would be with Ricardo Monica for the rest of my life until this thing straighten out. Have a nice day.
God save the Queen.
You do
And
the
thank
same.
you. Hello. Welcome
me.
to Freedom March.
Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Mr. Monica?
Yes.
I am a first-time caller.
Welcome, my love.
You're doing an excellent job.
I thank you.
But Mr. Monica, this is for the spiritual advisor. Mr. Roll, God put you there for a reason. You are compromising the foundation of this country for our independence.
How did I do that?
Mr. Monica is not knocking Mr. Henfield, nor Mr. whatever his name is. We are not knocking
Mr.
him
Campbell.
for being there. He is there for a reason. We are taking our sovereignty very, very, very slack. In the United States, if you go to that airport and your documents aren't right, they send you back, regardless of who you are. So all Mr. Monica saying, we had no problem with Mr.
Campbell.
Frankie inside the House of Assembly, but he has to get there the right way.
Okay, fair enough.
A building can be destructive if the wall is cracked or not strong. Our sovereignty is the foundation of this nation. Sir Lyndon and those fight hard for that.
Yes.
You are the spiritual advisor.
Yes.
You're supposed to be there to confirm at what is right, and you are compromising for a job.
So we'll see. No.
You
Don't assume
Mr.
that.
Roll,
No.
Your children,
Yeah, but don't
we could
assume
be
that.
dead and gone.
Yeah, but don't assume
But
that,
your
ma'am.
children, and my children and grandchildren, they are going to suffer if this thing don't stop right now. You all have a good day, and God bless you.
Yes, ma'am. God
and
bless
God
you too.
save the Queen.
And God keep
God
you.
save the Queen, my dear. And I love hearing from first-time callers. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Mr. Monica. How are you?
I'm here, my love.
Good. This is for your spiritual advisor also.
Yes.
I agree with the last caller. Your spiritual advisor is compromising this country.
How? How so?
He is supposed to be there as your backbone. He's supposed to be looking out for you. He's sitting there, and he's not looking out for you in no way. Okay. Everything you put forward, all the proof you have, he's just shutting you down. I know of a person who went to the United States from baby. From baby, at the age of 40 years old. He was not straight in the United States, and he was shipped back to the Bahamas. He's still in this country now.
Wow.
He born here, but he went to the United States with his mother as a baby. and he never got straight. So why do you think, because Frankie been here for 50 plus years, he has to stay here as an illegal? You ship out all the illegals, ship him out too.
Because
he should be the first one on the boat.
Well, there's no evidence that Frankie was born in Haiti.
And you can say there's no evidence. Mr. Monka is showing you the evidence. Spiritual advisor.
Did you hear me though?
There's no evidence by
There's
spiritual
no
advisor
evidence
that he was born in the
Haiti.
Bahamas.
Did you hear me just now?
My
No,
sister,
I didn't hear you. What you said?
I said there's no. Mr. Monica does not have any evidence that Frankie was born in Haiti.
and Frankie does not have any evidence that he was born in the Bahamas.
And Frankie doesn't have any evidence that he was born in the Bahamas. Where's his birth certificate?
My
So now you see
sister,
where we
the
at?
music is on. I thank you for your support. Please pray for my well-being. My spiritual advisor, oh Lord, the spirit of filthy lucre. Renounce it, spiritual advisor. When the PLP come to power, I shall petition them to give you 5 juicy contracts. Philip Graham Davis. 5.
Do you have something to say to the senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV studios. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm undercover. And of course, my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, is here with me. Before I go to the phone call, I want to respond to C.A. Newry Friends. There's a Negro male on Facebook who identify himself as David Strawn. And this is what David Strawn has to say in their talk over why I am exposing Frankie or warring with him. And David Strawn says, Rodney say he will not stop until Mr. Campbell resigns or fired by Minnis for not being a Bahamian. You're right. Then there's a Negro woman who calls herself Mona Quinn, and this is what she say. Mr. Campbell was born before 1973 and is a Bahamian according to the Constitution. Mona Quinn, please do not be ignorant. He was born before 1973, right? But it must be before July 10th, 1973, but in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I believe he was born before 73. It is in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas that he was not born. And then, of course, there is a Negro female by the name of Stephanie St. Fleur. And this is what she say. He speaks better Creole than him, meaning me, I guess. And he missed the 2 free meal. You are correct, St. Fleur, that Frankie speaks better Creole than I. I do not deny that. And you think that I missed 2 free meat. You see how stupid you are? We are talking a very important issue. And that is what you have to say. I wonder how good your Creole, parce que, Padre Akma, or Mapkase, you, in Haitian Creole. But I won't do that today. Hiram Monroe, your daughter called yesterday and asked me to wish you a happy birthday. I didn't, because I keep drifting in and drifting out as I go off emotionally and mentally in the spirit and into trance. But have a happy birthday yesterday and a happy birthday today. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
I don't know. What's on your mind, my Negro brother?
I trying to find out who's your sponsor.
When you say sponsor, what you mean?
Who sponsor your show?
Honestly, they don't tell me. All I do is come up and I see they got the Minister of Tourism, who I discover is my cousin. And then there's all kind of people there. You see?
No, but you got to reveal the sponsor, man, because you
but I could give you a sponsor.
run on that foolishness.
I could give you a sponsor.
Who's your sponsor?
Ezekiel.
Who?
Ezekiel.
Why you always beat up on a spiritual advisor?
The spiritual advisor is allowing himself to be compromised.
I don't think so, you know. I don't think so.
He's a good man, man.
Of course he's a good man.
I don't
Huh?
think so.
He's a very good man.
Why you got them glasses? You got a pink eye.
No, no, no. I'm undercover.
You undercover?
Yes.
Okay, man. Anyway, man, don't ease up off his spiritual advice. That's a
I
good
shall.
man.
I shall.
appreciate you,
My
man. God
spiritual
bless you.
advisor.
Yeah, he's a good man. Yeah, man. Y'all know that. Them couple PLP who call you sure every day. Anybody
Now you
stick to them,
stop attacking the PLP because I am one FNM who loves them.
Boy, any 6 PLPs call you sure every day.
I don't
There's
care.
6 people.
All right? Now you go with your main self. Bye. Hello? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Hello? Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
Yes.
Good day, Mr. Munker.
Good day, comrade.
Good day, spiritual advisor.
Yes, good afternoon. How you doing, man?
Calling for the spiritual advisor.
Hey, what's happening? All
I'm
good?
an FNM.
Are you,
I voted FNM.
Well, stop. Are you really an FNM?
Yes, sir.
If-
From the core.
If Frankie was not born in the Bahamas, should he be sitting in the House of Assembly?
No, sir.
Okay, you may say anything after that. Go ahead.
No disrespect, spiritual advisor. But as a man of God, you are being hypocritical.
No, no, no.
towards
I share the
the
same
evidence
view.
presented.
No, no, no.
Towards the evidence presented.
No, I'm not being hypocritical against the evidence. I look at it. I looked at it. What do you want me to do with the evidence?
You can only go, the judge told me in court, you can only go, she
Yeah.
can only go on the evidence that is presented before her.
So who's trying this case?
Who was trying the case to be him in public.
Okay. All right.
Frank, Mr. Munker is just the prosecutor.
Okay. That's
Now, you
interesting.
are saying the defense has to present its case, but the defense has, even Mr. Munker has said that the leader of the opposition asked the prime minister about it, and he has not responded about it.
All right.
So it has gone now from public to even into the politics,
So what's your
and they
conclusion?
are not responding towards it.
So what's your conclusion on this matter?
God, country, self.
Okay.
We have been sold down the river as a majority by the minority for too long.
Okay.
Mr. Munker, God save the Queen.
God save the Queen. God save the Queen. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Yeah.
Yes?
Hello?
Sir?
Hey.
Yes? Speak to me, I can hear you. Hello? Speak.
Hello?
Speak, I can hear you. Speak, my brothers.
Mr. Monka,
Yes.
we're in 1,000 men.
Goodness me, this is the same Conky Joe man?
Yeah.
No, that's
How are you doing today?
I am fine. How are you?
Doing fine.
Okay.
How's my spiritual advisor doing? Is he all right?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. How about yourself? I'm
This
doing well.
thing seems like it's getting very juicy. Very, very juicy. Now, I asked you the other day to read those Bible verses from the Holy Bible about the people that God hates.
Okay.
But I guess you didn't have time for that.
Proverbs, yes, I did read it. The 7 things that God hates, right?
Yeah.
The 6 things that are detestable to him.
Right.
Right, yeah. Okay.
So that's what we need to check out. But I was wondering where Mr. Munker was. 25 years we had a leader of this country, and nobody ever produced evidence of where he was born. And that's what I was trying to find out, because this thing really juicy.
Well, let me
Where was
tell
a
you.
man born who led this country prime minister for 25 years? Where was he
I'm going to
born?
give you a story. Let me,
Mr.
I want you to listen, Bay. I have the answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay? But you have to listen. In 1978, I met a man who was confined to a wheelchair. He lived in a 3-story building on the corner of Scott Street and West Street. And I used to hang up on West Street. This man was extremely political, an elderly man, 78. And one day I climbed up to the 3rd floor to engage him in a political conversation. We were discussing Pinley. This man, his name was George Papal. He's now dead. He told me he had one regret. Dame Margaret, if you are listening, please forgive me. He told me he had one regret. And so I asked him what? I should have married Viola Bean. Had I married Viola Bean, that cockeye would not have been born. And I said to him, Pinling was born in the Bahamas, and George Papal in 1978, I was 22 years old. He told me Pinling was born in the Bahamas. So
That's no proof.
listen to me.
That's no proof.
Listen to
We
me.
want his birth certificate.
Just listen to me. I want Frankie to do the same thing. The Bahamian woman who signed the affidavit with his mother appeared before me, a retired police officer who I got to investigate Tooth Shop Corner. And that officer lived through there for 40 years. I hate to call people names, but I'm going to call his name. And when he walked into where I was this morning, nobody knew that he had come to bring me his final report. And I asked the men gathered, I said, listen, I'm going to question him. And among the persons who were present, forgive me for calling your name, was noted Queen's Counsel, the Honorable Henry John Boswick. And the man solemnly declared that for 40 years he does not know Chlorine Pender, nor any of the elderly people are aware of her. But in the affidavit of 1983, she claims to be living through Tooth Shop Corner, but nobody knows her. God save the Queen. Hang up on my
spiritual advisor.
Thank you. And after George Popal. Hello. Welcome to Freedom March.
Yes, hello, Mr. Monica.
Hello, my dear.
First-time caller.
Welcome. I love first-time callers.
I want the spiritual advisor to know, for the mere fact that there is so much suspicion over his birth, the government should investigate it without delay. There is no record of him being born in the Princess Margaret Hospital to his mother in 1967, July 1st. So where was he born? In the bush?
My dear, you have the spiritual advisor in great thoughts. Because the line is so full, and I only got a couple more minutes,
okay,
I bid you farewell. God save the Queen.
All right, sir.
Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
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 Are you going to Edmund Bullett's funeral?
Oh, no, sir. No, sir.
My God, it's a disgrace. You're a Negro, he's a Negro, and he lived just down the road from you, and you're not coming to the funeral?
No, I'm an F&M.
Okay, hang up on this Negro. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hi.
Hello, my dear.
How are you?
Right here. What's on your mind?
Okay, spiritual advisor, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How you doing?
Okay, I'm calling with reference to the caller who said, who questioned Celindian's birthplace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Celindian from Dusty came and Dusty returned. We're now speaking about Frankie Campbell, who is now presently serving. All he had to do is simply, or Mr. Minister simply had to just provide evidence that he's born here and he's straight. This should have been killed from it started. So, spiritual advisor, Mr. Monica is not saying that he was born in Haiti. It doesn't matter where he was born. The fact is that there's no evidence that he's born here.
Right.
So, just Mr. Minister could have killed this. So the fact that it's running on, it isn't worth it. Just Monica, you stick with it, and God save the Queen.
God save the Queen. God save the Queen. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hi, Mr. Monica.
Hello, my dear.
How are you?
Listen, the government is upon my shoulder, and I'm not Emmanuel.
Good afternoon to the spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Mr. Monica, I understand that you have facts, and I always say I have to respect the way that you're so thorough, and you always present facts before you present anything to the public, and I have to respect you for that. However, notwithstanding the mere fact that you're a spiritual advisor on two political sides of the fence.
What two political sides? He's F&M and I's F&M.
Okay, good. Y'all go beyond the political aspect of things. Y'all are also friends. So I still think, to a certain extent, you should come to his defense when these people start to bash him. Now, spiritual advice, I understand that you see the facts, and I have to respect you. If you decided to reserve your comment, then, you know,
Absolutely.
that's your choice. But I don't
Absolutely.
think he should be bashed simply because he simply saw the facts. And if he decides to reserve his comments, why are they bashing him?
Yeah, I'm waiting on the defense.
That's his personal choice.
Yeah. So
Mr. Marker, come to his defense sometime.
Okay.
Come on, y'all are also friends.
I shall come to his
Absolutely.
defense, okay?
Stop letting these people be sending dagger through him, and you sitting there and allowing them to continue talk. That's unfair.
I shall-
Look up for him sometime.
I
Have
shall
a good
defend
day.
him. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Listen, Frankie was the prosecution. He already put his case. I am the defense. Let's don't get this mix up. Frankie put his case on Darrell Miller's show and in the House of Assembly, and now the defense respond. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
How are you all today?
You're doing great.
Very simply, Mr. Monka, you know, we need to heed the message, not the messenger.
Yes.
You're bringing a message, and I wish the persons will just try to think of this objectively. Think first about country, okay? Heed your message, all right? Don't worry about who the message is. Heed your message. And spiritual advisor, I know you seem to be, I guess, like punch drunk sometimes with this whole situation. But, you know, do what you feel in your heart to be right, okay? Truth will always prevail over evil, all right? The truth
Absolutely.
will always set you free.
Absolutely.
So you just need to accept what
Let's
it
wait.
is. I mean, sometimes
Let's wait
it may
and
not
see.
be what we want it to be, but let's see how this thing, and when you said that you wish Mr. Monka would just, you know, drop the matter and stuff, but obviously Mr. Monka is pursuing something what he is passionate about, what he believes. He believes in the country first and foremost, and you should respect him and support him on that, and not try to discourage him and say to him he needs to stand down on the
So,
matter.
listen, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to understand what you're saying, right?
Yes.
But here it is, Mr. Monica's on the show, and I'm on the show with him, right?
Yes.
And I respect all of his views and opinions, you know, right? So you're saying that because I may not agree with him, that I really shouldn't have an opinion. That's what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that.
What are you saying then?
No, I said like how you said today and how you said even on Friday when you told him to stand down on the matter to, you know, to just...
Yeah, that was my
basically-
opinion to him. I
Yeah,
think he should
yeah, but-
stand down.
No, obviously, Mr. Roll, this is something that he's following. He's passionate about it.
Okay,
Like
okay.
I said, I think he's putting country above self. And you know that. And I end with what I said at the very beginning. We need to heed the message rather
Okay.
than the messenger.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
God save the Queen.
God save the Queen! Hello, welcome. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Munker.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Listen, I'm praying.
That's okay. You'll be all right. I'm to Mr. the spiritual advisor. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm blessed. Thank God for life. But I have heard a few callers call early in reference to Mr. Monka bashing you, the spiritual advisor. From my observation, I have seen you bash Mr. Monka as a person. My thing about it, you being his legal advisor or spiritual advisor there on the show, you should be supportive of him.
When
You
it
should
comes,
be supportive of him.
when
I mean, and he's making a lot of sense, like everybody said. He has facts. And that, I think, is what matters. The facts, unlike the caller before myself had called, the lady, and she had said that you have to put it, country over the person, like Mr. Monk himself. And we're looking at our third and fourth generations. And I think these things have to be clarified. My saying about it also is this, spiritual advisor. I'm talking from experience. I have a supposed to be son-in-law who has 2 kids with my daughter. He was here for 30-odd years, working, paying his permit, his fees, etc., and trying to get his Bahamian status. And he haven't gotten it as yet. And how is it that somebody's in the parliament, the house of governance actually, this country, and it's been done that way. Mr. Monka, to you, sir, before I hang up, you guys have to really review and check that records department of the Princess Margaret Hospital. Because I myself was there to help my son get his passport papers sorted out. And I had to go get these records. and I see the Haitian people walking into a particular lady in the back over the Bahamian person. And you guys have to really look into that seriously, because right now, up to date, I think it's a lot of things going on in this country, which is not nice, okay? Okay, it's not nice, okay? And I think the Prime Minister have to really look into a lot of things and put his persons in those areas, whereas they have to do their work. I will hang up and I will listen to your response.
I thank you for your observation. God save the Queen. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Good day, Mr. Munger.
Sir.
Good day, Mr. Munger.
Good day, good day.
How you doing, sir?
Listen, fine, talk, because the clock is running out on us.
Nah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I called earlier.
Yes, go ahead, talk.
I was not bashing the spiritual advisor.
Okay.
All I'm merely trying to show him is that when he tells you...
Hello? What happened? You didn't let the man finish? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? 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 Welcome to Freedom March. Please answer me. The clock is running out. Hello? Welcome to Freedom March. Yes?
I'd like to speak to spiritual advisor, please.
Spiritual advisor.
How you doing? How you doing?
Hello?
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah. Do you have any evidence? Do you have any evidence that Mr. Campbell was born in Haiti?
No, I don't. I'm not the one here doing that. I just asked Rodney that.
Does he have any evidence?
I believe Frankie Campbell is Bahamian. That's my view.
Madam?
Yes, sir.
This is Monker.
Yeah, but I'm not questioning Frankie Campbell's citizenship.
Mr. Monker. Okay, Mr. Monker.
Right.
Do you have evidence that Frankie Campbell was born in Haiti?
Right.
I don't have that, but I have evidence that he was not born in the Bahamas because there's no record of it.
Well, then why are you saying that he is born in Haiti?
I didn't. I said so. I have people who are investigating, and they have said to me that Frankie was born in Jacmel.
Well, do you know if he was born in Haiti or born in the Bahamas?
Oh, I can't give an account of Haiti. All I can say to you that based on the scientific records of the Bahamas, there is no evidence of him being born in the Bahamas. There is an affidavit sworn by his mother and some Bahamian woman that said he was born in New Providence. And I can tell you, a forensic examination of this will show that even this was not done properly. All right? So, I got to let you go.
I think you need to find out where he really was born before you start accusing him of not being a Bahamian.
I've gone to all the official records where his evidence of his birth ought to be. His mother, in her affidavit, she says, she doesn't identify where he was born. She said New Providence. She didn't say the Princess Margaret Hospital, and she said his birth was not recorded due to negligence. She didn't say that. But in 1978, she lodged for record the birth of a child born in 1970 and 1973 on the same date, 8 September 1978. Frankie was 11. Why she didn't attempt to register his birth? Take it from me here. I'm not pursuing him wrongly. I know exactly what has happened. And I want to tell this to you, and I can let you go because the time is running out. I am supported privately by some of the most non-political parts of the country. Take it from me. You take good care. God save the great.
But Frankie could have been born in a house.
And the law requires.
You don't have to be born in the hospital.
That is true, but the law requires that the midwife identifies the birth. There is no evidence. Take that from me. All right? Next caller, because time is running out.
Well.
Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Next caller, because time is running out.
Well. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Speak quickly, because time is running out.
Himling people, they cannot understand English. You're trying to get a point across.
Speak to me. Are you talking to me? Hello? Welcome to Freedom March.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up.
Welcome to Freedom March. Welcome to Freedom March. Welcome to Freedom March. Well, no more call. Folks, I shall come from under the cover. All I've been doing is showing you evidence. Showing you evidence. Tomorrow, if it is God's will, I might go one step higher. I have not finished explaining the analysis of the birth certificate.
But you have made your point, though.
My spiritual advisor, in Jesus' name, I want you to stop it.
You have made your point.
Stop it.
It's like you're beating this horse
No,
crazy.
there is a fundamental error. All right? If ministers want a real Bahamian of Haitian descent, all I got is Haitian brothers that I can give ministers. Young man. All right? Listen, you better call the fire engine man, because I hot in here, and I can't take off all my clothes. Listen, folks, this is a very serious matter. This is a clear demonstration that the FNM as a party is a gangster party. They are not interested because they are embarrassed. They are embarrassed. I got all the evidence. Got the evidence. You hear me?
Call the fire engine, run, tell 'em come quick. I can feel my temperature rising, never could we can creep like this. Lord, all over my body, from my head straight down to my feet. I shall beat this pint on the good drum and the solo lyric so sweet.
Oh! You're my spiritual advisor. When you take the flight.
We didn't really text today. You realize that, right? We have over 126 texts.
One Bahamas. Only citizens. You got to born here. If you ain't born here, you shouldn't be in the House of Assembly. Frankie wasn't born in the Bahamas. He should not be a citizen. Let him prove he was born here. The evidence shows.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.